It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. Happiness and moral duty are inseparably connected. Liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth. Guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism. Associate with men of good quality if you esteem your own reputation, for it is better to be alone than in bad company. It is impossible to rightly govern a nation without God and the Bible. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. To be prepared for war is one of the most effective means of preserving peace. Worry is the interest paid by those who borrow trouble. Government is not reason, it is not eloquence, it is force like fire, a troublesome servant, and a fearful master. Discipline is the soul of an army. It makes small numbers formidable, procures success to the weak, and esteem to all. I hope I shall possess firmness and virtue, enough to maintain what I consider the most enviable of all titles, the character of an honest man. The Constitution is the guide which I will never abandon. To persevere in one's duty and be silent is the best answer to calumny. A free people ought not only to be armed, but disciplined. Labor to keep alive in your breast that little spark of celestial fire called conscience. Make sure you are doing what God wants you to do, then do it with all your strength. "99% of failures come from people who make excuses. If the freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led, like sheep to the slaughter. Truth will ultimately prevail where there is pains to bring it to light. It is better to be alone than in bad company. We should not look back unless it is to derive useful lessons from past errors, and for the purpose of profiting by dearly bought experience. Let your heart feel for the afflictions and distress of everyone, and let your hand give in proportion to your purse. To form a new government requires infinite care and unbounded attention, for if the foundation is badly laid, the superstructure must be bad. Reason and experience both forbid us to expect that national morality can prevail in exclusion of religious principle. Be courteous to all, but intimate with few, and let those few be well tried before you give them your confidence. Let us raise a standard to which the wise and honest can repair. The rest is in the hands of God. Be not glad at the misfortune of another, though he may be your enemy. If we desire to avoid insult, we must be able to repel it. If we desire to secure peace, one of the most powerful instruments of our rising prosperity, it must be known that we are at all times ready for war. Experience teaches us that it is much easier to prevent an enemy from posting themselves than it is to dislodge them after they have got possession. The Constitution vests the power of declaring war in Congress. Therefore, no offensive expedition of importance can be undertaken until after they shall have deliberated upon the subject and authorized such a measure. A sensible woman can never be happy with a fool. It will be found an unjust and unwise jealousy to deprive a man of his natural liberty, upon the supposition he may abuse it. True friendship is a plan of slow growth, and must undergo and withstand the shocks of adversity before it is entitled to the appellation. Observe good faith and justice toward all nations. Cultivate peace and harmony with all. Let us therefore animate and encourage each other, and show the whole world that a freeman, contending for liberty on his own ground, is superior to any slavish mercenary on earth. A man's intentions should be allowed in some respects to plead for his actions. The best and only safe road to honor, glory, and the true dignity is justice. One day, following the example of the United States of America, there will be a United States of Europe.